Ago, we told you about this summer's closing of the Sioux City Marina. Hague Companies, Inc. manages the marina in Jollies on the river. The company says low water levels on the Missouri River and excess of silt buildup are making access to the marina untenable. It was shocking news to many, including to area first responders who have stored their water rescue boats there.
That's right. And so when it comes to river-related emergencies, the question is now, how will this impact their response time? KTIV's Taylor Deckard spoke with area fire departments about how they plan to navigate this change.
These waters will soon be filled with boaters on warmer days. First responders in the metro area use boats to respond to emergencies like fires, medical, stranded boaters, and chemical spills on the Missouri River. Former South Sioux City Fire Chief Clint Merrithew says having a boat that close to the water plays an integral role.
It was great to have that boat there. We had procedures once a week. Crews would go down to the boat. They'd check the boat out. They'd run the motors, check everything out. It was good to go 24/7.
He says timing is everything, and moving the boats could impact their responses.
To even think about having to have a boat on a trailer, have to hook onto it, and then drive through the traffic down to the ramp and get it off far exceeds what's acceptable standards.
In 2023, South Sioux City did not have any responses on the river, but in years past, there have been an average of 3 to 4 calls. Current South Sioux City Fire Chief Doug Koopman heard about the sudden closure announcement and is still trying to work out a plan.
I haven't really talked a whole lot of that. They just put it on my radar a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to let you know that the marina is going to be closed for this year, so we can start adjusting plans of what we're going to do and how to provide service on the river.
Sioux City Fire Chief Tom Everett says a 24-foot boat is typically at the marina, but it's currently being rehabilitated. They also have additional trailered small boat options for water responses kept at other locations when that boat is unavailable. Everett said in part in a statement, these trailered options are fast to deploy, and the trained certified watercraft operators and swiftwater rescue technicians of SCFR remain committed to waterway response in Sioux City. Everett added that they are monitoring the current situation at the marina, planning for any contingency. Now, if the marina actually is closed through the summer, these departments are now having to work up some plans and make out new drills on how they plan to address emergency situations on the river.
We just started talking about that. I have an officers meeting this next week. That's one of the topics on that. The launch ramp over at South Sioux is unfortunately a little on the low side right now, so we're dealing with problems of how to make it deeper so that we could access there. Right now, I believe there's a launch ramp out in Dakota City that we're probably going to end up using.
In Sioux City, Taylor Deckard, KTIV News 4.